It is WICSO episode 3. And last episode, we ended off with the colony of Sakhalin, the colony of Korea, and the colony of Taiwan. So I'm just saying how the Google Translate was saying it. And so, yeah, the Hokkaido people, they kind of moved to Sakhalin. And they declare revolution. Viva revolution. Something like you'd hear from Peabody and Sherman or the French Revolution. And so they kind of claim this land. And to the Japanese people, that's kind of like the whole island, basically. They claim all of this. I mean, not really, but it kind of looks at the same size. In this map, the Mercator projection. So this is all considered Hokkaido because the current Hokkaido is under really strict laws. They're being under genocide, so they're all diversing outward. So they can't really inhabit the real Hokkaido. But when they can, they definitely will. Why did I say it like that? And so the green team, they're used to the cold. They're like up there in Japan, northern Japan. They're really close to the Arctic. So they understand weather like this. So they're really used to it, and they kind of like discover lands. Oh, would you look at? Oh, I'm not claiming the world is because I know there's flat earthers. But like whoever they are, they could like burn. Oh, who said that? But anyway, I believe in like globe, round Earth. It's not really round; it's an oval, but okay, you understand the point, right? So either way, we start like right here because my laptop is being a bum, and I'm not switching off of this for any other tools because then it'll look weird. Yes, it will actually. Um, and so we're gonna like use this, you know. So the green team, which is again Hokkaido, they kind of settling in, but they realize there's kind of indigenous people there, and they get pushed back, but not really because I don't really have white, and I'm not gonna spend 5 hours finding that dark purple, you know. And then, you know what happens next? The Korean takeover. No, I'm kidding. But this happens. So, two of Sakuna's, no, of Japan's colonies, they kind of like declared revolution and they become allies, you know, because they all have one thing in common, despite there being different languages and stuff. They hate Japan. I'm not saying I hate Japan. I actually love Japan a lot because it's like one of my favorite countries. But in this scenario, it's like genocide. Like really, for what? It's because like they don't really like you. Like, man. Anyway, why are we getting like deep? So then, the last of Japan's colonies gets like taken, not taken. They declare a revolution, and now they take these islands and they move their capital to Taipei. I wonder if I'll get like banished from China if I ever visit, because like my social status points will like disappear because I'm calling Taiwan its own country. Anyway, so like we should get started. You're kind of moving inward, despite there being countless mountains and forests. We don't care about geographies. We do care about geography in this video, but still, if we want to get somewhere with this WICSO, which will probably be like a few episodes at most likely, so I'll probably just stay in Asia. I need to like ignore a lot of geography, so we're gonna ignore the French Indochina forests. We're just gonna say that they were bombed. nuked. Okay, nukes didn't exist yet. This is like 900 CE or something. I don't know. And then kind of like that. Basically the Vietnamese coast and all of Cambodia. And into like halfway into Taiwan. Not Taiwan, Thailand. Guys, for being an American, do I have like kind of good geography? I'm in like 8th grade. Do I have good geography, guys? You guys can't see it, but like, I'm doing a smile. Please. Either way, so Korea, which is just this, they move their capital from here to Pyongyang, to Pyongyang, and they become again kind of like North Korea. They become like not really North Korea, but like they become communist, but a better communist, where you still have to work for everything, but you get everything else for free, but you really don't have to share. You can ask someone to borrow something. You don't really snatch it from someone. I don't know. That's what I heard. Anyway, so it's kind of like a better version of communism here, if that is a thing. Anyway, y'all, this is our time up. This is where we're at. Hokkaido, kind of not really in Hokkaido, around it. Korea is like North Korea, kind of, but better communism. Taiwan is just taking over where Southern Japan is. Anyway, peace.